Today we finally have some interesting Horror Nights news to cover, but we'll get into that right after the intro. Welcome back everybody, it's Michael from Hollywood Thrills, and this week we finally had some new news surface for both coasts, as we have some new construction photos that will make me even more sure that the event is going to be happening this year. First off, let's start with the first construction photo here over from the Universal Studios Hollywood. First picture comes from a screenshot from the YouTube channel Santa Clarita Drone. And as you can see, if you look closely, it's an overhead shot of the Waterworld queue. And if you look closely, you can see that there are some walls going up, which leads me to believe that they are going to be constructing a house right there, which is what they normally do. They make a house in the Waterworld queue. And you may be asking, why does that matter for Orlando? But as it is common knowledge, Hollywood does do construction on their IPs first. So maybe it is a shared IP with Orlando. I don't know. But as of now, with this being as blurry of a picture as it is hard to make out much of anything, but there has already been a few speculations from other YouTubers, such as SoCal Exploring, that have pointed out a slight shape of a facade that leads to believe that it might possibly be from the movie Candyman by Jordan Peele. But according to the HHN Nightmares speculation map for this location, it is actually supposed to be the secret IP, which leads me to believe that this may be a shared IP for both parks and still could possibly be Candyman. Next construction photo is from Orlando, and it shows off the two sprung tents and that there are numerous trucks outside as well as a bunch of material, leading me to believe that they have begun work on the inside of those buildings. And another rather interesting thing about the fact that they've started construction on the sprung tents is that, similar to Hollywood, one of these sprung tents is supposed to be housing that secret IP, which leads me to believe, once again, the speculation of Candyman possibly be coming to both coasts in the form of the secret IP. So the last bit of talk and speculation that has been circling throughout the community this past week is the possibility that scare zones may not be happening this year, and due to the social distancing protocol that have been laid out by the CDC, and as well as the thought of Universal limiting attendance for both HHN and their daily park guests to anywhere from 75 to even 50% capacity. Now, my thoughts on this, for the whole scare zone rumor, I do not think that is a possibility. I don't think that they are going to be getting rid of scare zones, although they may be much different than we are used to, as they might continue to go down the line of more of a stage type scare, like a stage type scare zone, rather than just having people randomly walking throughout the crowd, as they will be trying to make social distancing even more between the guests and the actors. So it is a possibility that they will be making scare zones much safer for both guests and actors by using social distancing and stage aspects rather than face-to-face interactions. So very similar to how Hellbilly Deluxe worked last year with the Living Dead Girl stage. Now, with the whole limited attendance rumor, that one I'm going to have to agree with. It only makes sense and will make it a lot easier to keep distance from people, and that limiting the attendance will make the streets way less crowded and allow people to keep their distance from each other, as well as the actors to be able to keep their distance from the park guests. This could also allow the introduction of virtual queues for houses, which have been used for different rides, and as well as over at Volcano Bay. they have used virtual queues for pretty much all the attractions over there. So it would make sense that they would try to do something to lessen the line clutter. So if they could do virtual queues, that would be very interesting, and make a lot of sense to help with social distancing. But like I said, that's all the news that I have for today. If you like the video, make sure you hit the like button and comment down below. Let me know what you thought. And also, while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to get notified whenever I post a video. And as always, I've been Michael, and this has been Hollow Thrills, and I'll see you guys next time.